Hello, everybody. Welcome to the preview of the Ultra episode. Pretty good ep, Will, I would say.
Pretty good, yeah. We're getting good at this thing.
But don't take our word for it. Buy it and listen to it.
Put your bank details into an app.
Give us the numbers on your card. Put it in. That's right. We did an episode there on the remaining group games. The Battle of Hamburg.
Yeah.
Czechia and Turkey going at it. Reliving opening old wounds, I would imagine, maybe.
Yeah. That our new boys, the Georgia Giants.
The Georgia
toppling
Giants.
Ronaldo as his past, what would you say, his past children came back to haunt him? Not really.
No, that sounds kind of like an abortion thing. That's not what it is. No, Ronaldo's so old now that his kids that he's mentored are now growing up and beating him in international tournaments, ones that he desperately wants to win, which is quite funny in many ways, but also maybe a sign you should retire. It's time, it's just getting weird now, Yeah. What else we have? We had the some of the England boring reaction, and I mean, off the pitch they're unbelievably entertaining. All the English media desperately trying to get the word in about anything.
They are trying to put down all the players, rile them up, and tell old embarrassing stories about everyone because on the field it's so boring. So you gotta spice it up off the field.
Yeah, I think they've been doing this anyways, even if it wasn't boring. But just because there's no other news, they're getting airtime. They just love the attention over there. They really do. We did a quick little episode there. Here's a little snippet. And let us know what you think.
Coleman, a little dink into the middle. Oh, what about that? What about that? And their shot! Super strike! It is simply unbelievable. Turkey have won. Panenka! Oh, it's genius! It is going to Rome.
Welcome, Ultras, to a no-nonsense podcast. Well, that was the group stages there, Will. Pretty decent set of fixtures, I would say. Pretty exciting stuff.
Started way up here, and we were thinking, this is the best tournament I've ever seen. This is unbelievable. Okay, it's getting a bit dull now. Wow, there's a lot of nil-nils.
But it came back with some unbelievable games. We're going to talk about this episode. I don't know what the hell you're doing now.
No, it's the new... Well, it's not the new format, but this way where it's like the way the third place playoffs work out. There's a lot of, like, on the last day of, like, no one move. If it stays exactly like this, we'll go through.
There was a few, I think the Romania and who was it?
Slovakia
both scoring a goal each. People were like, oh, collusion. But I think we had a famous game in Euro 88 or something like that, where us and Netherlands had to just draw the game to knock England out and both go through. And it was 0-0. I think the ref might have said something to the player at some point, like, come on, lads, stop taking the piss. I think there's some kind of infamous story about us being like...
If you remember as well, in the qualifying for this tournament, a sign of things to come, there was a point there where if we lost to the Netherlands, we had a chance of going through. Do you remember that?
Oh, in the qualifying?
In the qualifying, yeah. Which I still don't understand.
It always comes about, no matter what system you do, there's always scope for somebody to be like... maybe if we just draw this, it'd be best for everyone involved, and everyone knows, But I think for the most part, we were still getting 90-plus minute winners in this game, and it was affecting where people were finishing and qualifying. So, yeah, there was some nil-nils. Obviously, you get that in the last group games, but then, the game, probably the tournament, for all the wrong reasons. If I was a commentator on national broadcaster, that's what I'd say, but I'm not. So I'm going to say it was an unbelievable game to watch. The Battle of Hamburg is what they're calling it. Czechia versus Turkey, our boys Turkey. I mean, there's probably some kind of old war between them. They're close enough.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this seems very, very tense for just a regular football game. There's definitely something going on in the background here.
Yeah, there's ethnically something.
There's
definitely
really bad.
A surface that's being bubbled under, tension of some kind, ethnic, racial, something. There's got to be something there. Because, from straight away, it was really kind of physical.
Oh, yeah.
And really tetchy. Now, they were putting the boot in there on Arda Güler and Çalhanoğlu, which is what any team if you were saying how would you stop them, you would press in on that. Turkey were well able for that, and they kind of gave it back, and then maybe it took on a life of its own. Then the kind of whatever tensions weren't there before the game. Once the game starts, it's like, well, if you want to kick us, we'll kick you back.
It was a real sign of things to come where I think 20 minutes into the game, Czechia were down to 10 men from someone getting 2 yellow cards. It's like 2 yellows already.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh God, must be a bad tackle. It was just consistent fouling. The second one was on Arda.
But if you think, like, normally the rule is, okay, no cards for the first 15 minutes, lads. Do what you like, and then I'll get a hold of the game.
Yeah, the first one he was dragging over that, and then he missed him, and he dragged him again. And then the second one was like a clear, like, okay, they were going to get in there. It's just, sometimes you give the ref no option. You really do. And sometimes ref will carry away from that. But I mean, if it's obvious enough, it's like, no one's going to get mad at you for this. I mean, no one can really have any protestations about this. But yeah, it was a great game. Great to watch. 2-1 finish. Can I just say as well, as a side note, I like saying Czechia rather than Czech Republic.
It's nice,
It's better to say, isn't it? I like saying Czechia. It makes me feel kind of sophisticated.
Yeah, because Czech Republic, that sounds like it's a thing we've bestowed on them. Like, whereas like Czechia, that's a cool country. Also, I will say, Turkey have also changed their name, but it has not caught on yet. They're Turkey now.
Turkey. See, that's the thing. I think Czechia, it sounds quite kind of, I've nailed the pronunciation of that. But it's
which I don't even think we are. I think it's Czechia.
Oh.
I don't know though. I've heard, again, no one's sure because I've heard commentators on RTE use both.
I heard commentators on RTE saying Brugge,
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is correct, but then I also say Bruges for you. So, I mean, it's just, I think Czechia, it makes me feel like I'm nailing the pronunciation of this first time without it being difficult to say. Like I don't say Barcelona.
No,
because that's
we're supposed to.
I'm trying too hard, but Czechia, like, I'm just being respectful saying Czechia, and I'm nailing it, by the way, and I'm
cultured,
but I prefer saying that than Czech Republic. It's shorter syllables, the whole thing. I think a real loss to the tournament saying their name. But yeah, they went out. They needed to win that game. I'm fairly sure. So when they went down to 10 men early on, it was kind of like, fuck, this is going to be an uphill battle. I think it was the most yellows and reds in a Euros game ever.
It was because of what happened after the game. So before the end of the game, Tosin, I think he used to play for Everton, or does he still play for Everton?
Yeah, Tosin played for Everton, yeah.
Yeah, he scored a 93rd minute winner. Big celebrations, and then all hell seemed to just break loose. So pushing and shoving like you've never seen. Again, it was all hell breaking loose in football terms, not like a Malice in the Palace situation. There was no actual punches thrown, no fans were involved, but there was a lot of shoving. And then there was an amazing few minutes of the ref just literally pointing cards everywhere he looked. Yellow, 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 yellow. Actually, that one's a red. That one's a red. I think it was, I have it written down here, 18 cards shown after the final whistle.
18 after the final whistle?
I don't know if that's all. That might be
including after
all together.
Right, yeah.
There was 2 reds and 16 yellows. It's very funny if you go on the when you search a game on Google and it gives you like the lineups and all.
Yeah.
If you go into the lineups for the game, Turkey are just like all of their players have the little yellow square beside it.
Yeah, I was thinking. I heard the statistic. I was like, surely it can't be the record, because I was thinking of the Portugal versus Netherlands game. Do you remember that one? But that was in the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They had 4 reds and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yellows, and all the reds were double yellows. So that was, in my mind, that sticks out as one of those ones that was just like an insanely bad tempered affair, ending 1-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was it was just entertaining to watch, because as we were saying, Czechia knew they were going out, but the game had already been bad tempered, so Turkey were giving it back. And I was like, well, I guess we have to, do this for the rest of the game now. And then by the end, they were just like raging at themselves that they had fucked up so badly. And it was 2 teams not backing down, which I like to see.
Yeah, and it's like, look, it's a smart move from Czechia. Okay, they knocked us out. Turkey are going through. Let's try and get some of their players suspended for the next few games. Let's get some red cards going here.
Let's be as petty as possible here on the way out, Let's leave a mark on this tournament.
Yeah. This is how their final memory of the tournament is everyone being pulled around the place.
What is people? Why should I listen to that nonsense?
That's nobody Ralf Rangnick at a coaching conference in 2021. So he's been playing the same philosophy for years. Couldn't get the stick at Man United. It's working here with Austria with, again, objectively worse players. Although I think Sabitzer was at Man United back then. Probably on loan, maybe, from Bayern, wasn't it?
Maybe at the last... No, actually, I think he came in the season after. I think he was on loan with Ten Hag.
Right.
Yeah, but he was... But I'm sure that was a transfer set up by Ralf before he left. And then, these things fall through the cracks. So you forget to cancel the contract and all these.
Well, that was the initial plans. Like, he's going to come in here and fill the gap. Then he's going to go to a director role.
He's going to run the show.
And he said, I want nothing to do with any of this club. It's a joke.
I think apparently what happened there was it was a combo of, look, the results were terrible. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure at the time, whoever was in charge of United was thinking, I don't know about this guy leading us for the next 50 years or whatever.
50 years. The man's 65.
And then also, apparently when Ten Hag came in, they were like, and Ralph's going to be like, he's going to be over. He's going to be telling you who to buy. And Ten Hag said, absolutely no circumstances. So they went, whatever. You're the manager now, I guess. You're in charge.
Yeah, they do kind of just bend to whoever's will is there at the moment,
Yeah, but this is it when it's working. They look really good. I think they're going to have a nice run in the knockouts.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about this game I've written down here. What do you make of Memphis Depay suddenly wearing a headband for this tournament? I think you have to earn the headband. You can't just... You got to be wearing the headband from day one, in my opinion.
I think this is his career in a nutshell, It's not based on... like say something like Lewandowski. I've never seen him do any kind of gimmick except for that weird 6 months during COVID where he lost his mind, started doing TikTok dances.
Yeah.
But before and after that, he's relied on, it's fine, I'll score 20 plus goals a season. Probably 30 plus goals a season for a period there. And then all the endorsements and all the things will come to me because I'm fucking Robert Lewandowski. But for Depay, he's not as prolific as his contemporaries, So he has to do this kind of stuff that makes him stand out. Because he's on the world stage. He's at the Euros. Still good to go to the Euros, but he's not going to be Golden Boot. He knows he's not going to be Golden Boot. So if he wants to be seen, he's got to wear a headband. And genuinely, that's just smart. If you're thinking like outside the box, like, all right, I'm going to be a footballer for so long. How do I increase the brand, the Memphis Depay brand? This is the kind of stuff he gets up to, and it works for him. We're literally talking about it right now. We're talking about him. Has he scored in the tournament?
Yeah. I don't know. I think, did he score in that game? Was it?
Oh, sorry, he did. Yeah, it was almost ruled offside. The RT commentators like takes all the joy out of it, doesn't it? It's bullshit. This VAR. It's like, these
it was a goal.
Again. I think going to Man United was a great move for him in hindsight. So that put me on the map for a different audience, And now when I go to these tournaments, people are looking at me going, "Look at this fucking guy with a headband. What's he doing now?"
Who does he think he is? And he does have a history in this department as well. I don't know if you ever heard the story about there was, I think Rooney or someone was getting on to the players like, come on, stop being so flashy, lads. Fucking black boots. And then he showed up the next day in a cowboy hat, which is, I mean, that's the move, really. If he wants to really get the name out there, start wearing the cowboy hat again, I think, on the bench.
Although, Will, if Wayne Rooney tells the story, it could be a complete lie.
That's true. He is a liar.
Have you seen the thing about Lampard? Man, on the Gary Neville podcast, they were talking about, that we saw the clip of Roy Keane giving out about lads getting massages and masseuses. And
yeah.
Should be just getting muscle injuries, not fucking a full body massage, like a spa day before the game. And he was referring to probably a very specific person. That's what Roy Keane does. He refers to very specific people some people, aren't cut out for this.
Won't name names. Some physios between the years of 2001 and 2003 at a certain club.
The one club I played for a long time. But what Wayne Rooney does is he says specific people's names and tells specific stories about them. And those people come out and say, that's not true. He was talking about, on the subject of massages, he was talking about at the England camp, the Chelsea masseuse used to come with England, used to, work for Chelsea and for England when it came to World Cups. So John Terry and Frank Lampard were very close with the masseuse, of course,
Yeah.
And what Wayne Rooney said happened was that when they were getting into bed, the masseuse would massage their feet till they fell asleep.
That is funny.
And he said, I swear to God, he said.
He swore to God.
And then Frank Lampard was talking, I think, with Chappers from BBC Two.
I don't know, will I call it selective memory, or will I call it, I don't know what I'll call it. I don't know, maybe he's got the wrong end of the stick. I certainly never had my feet rubbed to make me fall asleep in my room. I'm just going to correct here. I'm not going to speak for John, and I know the story is Billy, the masser, who's at Chelsea and was at England for a period of time. We were all very close, so we would work. So naturally, we would work with Billy in the medical room. Occasionally, he would come to our room and do work, which is very normal. I'm sure Wayne's had a similar situation, but I just want to clarify that we certainly didn't. I'm just trying to picture myself falling asleep and Billy finishing and quietly leaving the room. I would have been uncomfortable with that, and I love Billy.
It makes you sound like a little bit of a prima donna, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. So,
someone else feeding you grapes whilst you had your feet massaged.
Exactly. Like, you can go where you want with it, So it absolutely didn't happen. I've got witnesses. Speak to Billy, get him on or whatever. But it didn't happen. But listen, I'm all fair game. I don't mind at all. I'm very relaxed about it. But we didn't. I don't want the wrong picture of himself.
Right.
So I will have a chat with Wayne.
Okay. But maybe John.
No, I'm not going to say that. don't say that. I'm not getting myself out and leaving John. No, I don't believe John. I don't know, but I'll have a chat with Wayne.
And he does stutter a bit. He was like, no, that's
no. It was one time.
But he flat denies it, and it's like a mad story. I mean, England on the pitch have been very boring, but everyone else around is like desperate to try and tell the most insane like World Cup Euro story or like give out with the players. It's amazing everything going around outside the pitch. I wonder if that in other countries.
I can't be. There's no way.
It wouldn't be any good.
Why are you talking rubbish?
What about the Georgian Giants, Will?
Hell yeah. Our boys, I'd say.
Oh, God. It's amazing how long Ronaldo's been playing now. You see this, the only other person I see this with is LeBron James.
Recently, see his son just got drafted to the Lakers?
Yeah, but LeBron James, he was obviously drafted, kind of same as Ronaldo in a way, drafted in 2003, still playing. And basketball are much bigger into the camps and hosting their own camps than I think any other sport, really. You'd always see pictures of LeBron James in like 2014 with the current players in their prime, 27 years of age. Like, oh, look, he was at LeBron's camp. There's players who were at LeBron's camp who are no longer playing basketball anymore, and LeBron James is still playing. Yeah,
you always see that thing where like LeBron James in NBA games through the years, and he goes from like the pixely PS1 graphics all the way up to like photorealistic. Yeah, but what I'm referring to, I suppose, is Ronaldo was a picture going around social media there this week it was a picture of Ronaldo in 2013 opening a football academy in Georgia. And one of the kids is very obviously Kvaratskhelia. But apparently, I think it was 10 of that people in that camp, on that academy, who were in the squad, the Georgian squad that played against Ronaldo's Portugal. Yeah, I mean, he's 23 now, so he's not old by any stretch. But, it's like, he's not a 19-year-old kid either. And Ronaldo looks like... Yeah, he hasn't burst onto the scene. He's been on the scene for a few years now.
Yeah, but it's incredible. He opened the first football academy in the capital of Georgia, and probably helped a lot of these players become professionals in their own right, thanks to Ronaldo coming there and opening the camp and getting people to, creating buzz around it. And now he's watched his seeds come and destroy him. The seeds that he sowed are now coming and beating him in the tournament. Yeah, we've talked. This has been a topic since we started the podcast a few years ago. Of like, is it the beginning of the end for Ronaldo and Messi? This more than ever, a full group stage with no Ronaldo goals, and Messi hasn't scored in the copy either yet, although they're earlier in the tournament. But it's such a different world now. I think with these, like, they're dangerously close to reaching the mascot role for the team. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we always kind of felt that that would never happen. They retired before that. They're proud to be too much, but it was a much changed Portugal side. It was kind of the second stringers, if you will. Yeah, they're through. So, but nevertheless, for Georgia, they need to win that game, and it was still like they still had Ronaldo, they still had João Felix, like Pedro Neto was their second stringers. They had a really good team out, nonetheless. And it was the first minute that they gave the ball away, and Kvaratskhelia is away, like lightning pace, great finish. He had some great quotes after the game. He said, I have the jersey of Ronaldo, he told Porters. I got it. And we also made it to the next round. This is the best day in the lives of Georgians.
Me, I have Ronaldo's jersey. And the
He
others.
loves Ronaldo. This is the best day of my life. I got Ronaldo's jersey. And we won the game as well. So, like, it's two things. It's great, you know?
He idolizes Ronaldo so much that even, and again, this is Georgia's first international tournament. I think. Historic game for them. They're 2-0 up. They scored a penalty to go 2-0 up. So, like, it's happening. The greatest day of our lives is happening. Everyone's running, celebrating onto the pitch. Kvaratskhelia stops. He does a little celebration. Then he stops, composes himself, stands up straight, walks over to Ronaldo, pats him on the back. He says, like, look, sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, bro. I'm just a huge fan. And Ronaldo's like, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. And kind of taps him like, fuck off.
Well, he knows how Ronaldo reacts. If you cross Ronaldo once, it's done. And this is his idol, you know? So he's like, okay, careful, Cristiano.
Don't celebrate in front of him.
He'll remember this. Apparently before the game, Ronaldo was so confident that they're going to win. He came up to Kvaratskhelia and he said, I wish you success.
Oh, shouldn't have done that.
He said, when he comes to you before the match and he says that is amazing. I realized that actually I could do and we could do many things today because it gave us so much incentive. So just Ronaldo give him that bit. Like if Ronaldo said, you're shite and your team's shite and you don't belong here, it probably would have crushed him. He probably would have just walked around the pitch, you know?
If he had said, you opened the academy all those years ago in Georgia, and Ronaldo kind of didn't look up from tying his boots, he's like, what academy?
Yeah, I think some players, like if Ronaldo had said something mean to them, it would have driven them on. Kvaratskhelia is the opposite. He's saying one word of, hey, good luck today. Good luck to me? I'll do it for you, Ronaldo. Yeah, it's pretty good. What wouldn't you say? Not enough?
Yeah, you know what would make that better? 43-ish more minutes of it.
Yeah, I think there's more in you.
Yeah,
I think you want to listen to more of that.
Yeah.
Pull
over the car. Load up the Patreon app.
Stop the car right now. Yeah, the hard shoulders for emergencies. This is an emergency.
Get those lights on. Just get your phone out. Get up the rest. What are you going to do? Drive in silence for the rest of the drive? No way.
You don't have Apple Pay set up. I struggle to believe that.
Yeah,
I struggle to believe that you don't have it set up on your phone. That's not an easy transaction for you to make right now.
Yeah.
Fucking do it while you're driving.
Yeah. It's only $4.50. You don't even have to confirm it through the bank app. Do you know that thing? Because it's so low.
Just fucking do it, will you?
Hurry up.
Stop fucking messing around.
The clock is ticking.
This is so aggressive. This is the most aggressive sales pitch. It's like that fucking ball guy on Instagram.
Yeah. All those, dude. The guy with the nose strip as well. That guy.
I think that might be the same guy. I think I've seen him with nose strip. If your family was taken a hostage and you had to subscribe to the Patreon to save them, would you do it? Of course you wouldn't, in a heartbeat. So why do they have to be kidnapped? Why do you think about that? Why do they have to be kidnapped for you to do it? You're not doing enough, pal. You're lazy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
$4.50 a month. You get access to all the backlog, all the bonus episodes, one a week. And yeah, we'll be back next week for more.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can. If not,
no pressure.
5-star reviews, even that's free. I would still say top the car though. Don't do it while you're driving.
Yeah.
But if you do 5-star review on this on Spotify, which I think most will listen to, if not, if there's another 5 hearts or 5 up votes or whatever the system is, give us one of them and be on your way.
Yeah.
And we'll be back Wednesday.
Yes. New schedule. Yeah.
Of the last 16. We'll be looking at that. So, yeah, we'll see you then. Hope you enjoy the episode.
Yeah, good luck. Bye.